Hey guys, just getting set up here on Instagram. All right, guys, hello. This is a little bit later live stream for me, but I've been catching up on a lot of things, some exciting things coming up in July. Today, I'm going to be switching up with the topics for Wednesday. It's going to be Wellness Wednesday. I wanted to share some tips on whether it be productivity, health, wellness, because I get a lot of questions about, hey, Jessica, thanks for joining. I get a lot of questions about, Tina, how do you balance everything and health-wise, energy-wise? And so I thought one subject that we could talk about is how to stay sane and focused when you have so much to do. And even with COVID being trapped in the house for a lot of people, I'm going to share the top 3 things that really helped me, even with all the chaos that's been happening for the past month with social unrest, a lot of things coming at me personally. The things that really kept me on point and focused, because I've been working from home for a while, is what I'm going to share with you. So number one, really, really important, is set up a morning ritual that's going to set you up for success. It doesn't have to be elaborate. It doesn't have to be crazy. Hey, Brandy, thanks for joining. It doesn't have to have like 10 different steps, but I ask you guys to pick maybe 3 to 5 things that you can do quickly within a half hour, maybe an hour, to set your day up for success. So I started off maybe 2 or 3 habits to kind of set my day up, and then I've gradually moved to about 5. And so this is my morning routine. When I get up, I make sure I don't jump on my phone. I don't check emails. I don't check social media. If I grab my phone, it's really to meditate. So I use one of my meditation apps. And so that's one of the first things that I do in the morning. I'm still waking up a little groggy, so I try to find like a 10 or 15-minute meditation that particularly is about mornings and energizing, getting me set up. You really train your brain to think differently before jumping on your phone to get on social media or jumping on to read emails starting your day when it's the first thing that you do. So how you feed your brain the first thing in the morning is really how you want to set up your day. So for me, it's meditation. Sometimes there's some meditations that have affirmations in there. And so I use the app, it's free, called Insight Timer. So it's free to download, and you can do the premium app if you want like classes and stuff like that. But generally speaking, it is super simple to find, and you can even find some great guided meditations on YouTube as well. The second thing that I do is drink a glass of water, just 8 ounces. Studies have shown that that'll wake you up faster and give you more energy before you even drink coffee. So before you do anything, eat or drink coffee, drink a glass of water. That'll be helpful. So I drink a glass of water. And then what I do is kind of look at my planner, which is a / journal, the top 3 things that I need to get done that day. My to-do list is always a mile long, but I always look at the top 3 things that I need to accomplish for that day and kind of look what I have on the docket. So do I have any meetings I need to prepare for mentally or bring up notes? Is there any proposals for clients in that sense? So then I know exactly like what kind of day it's going to be. And then I go work out for 10 minutes. I am still working on being a morning person. So sometimes it's yoga to kind of slowly wake me up. Sometimes it's a 10-minute workout just to kind of get me energized. And then I read for 30 minutes. Now I know not everyone has that type of schedule, but those are things that work for me. So maybe try to gradually move in some of those things that you can get started. I know that if I don't work out even for 10 minutes in the beginning of the day, it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. I'm going to be honest. It's just not going to happen. I say, oh, I'll do it later. It's just not going to happen. So I've now incorporated that. I mainly do yoga versus an actually hard workout. That's really helped me ease into bringing that habit. So create a morning ritual that really works for you to kind of set your brain up for success instead of straight diving into work, because then what you're doing is training your brain to always be in work mode, and you'll never learn to rest. The second thing that I actually started doing is since I work from a computer and I work from home, I used to work in the restaurants. So I used to be super active. You know, you're moving around, making drinks, grabbing bottles here, moving kegs. I used to be physical at work. And so when I went down, I'm not gonna lie, I gained some weight. These are some great tips. I've been really thinking about my morning routine lately. Yes, honestly, it's one of the biggest things that really shifted my mind for a productive day. And even just highlighting 3 things that you really need to get done that day and focus on really keeps me focused, because it can be easy to like have squirrel brain and like, oh, I need to do this, I need to do that. Once I knock out those 3 things, I feel like I've been accomplished for that day, and anything else that I finish and get done, it's amazing. So, so going back to my second tip is, because I'm sitting down all day, every day, I lost being super active. And besides doing yoga in the morning, for a while, I wasn't working out at all. So what I've been doing is I set my phone to a 90-minute timer. Yes, Jim Quick got me thinking more about brain focus and AM and PM routines. Girl, I'm serious. I have a workday start ritual that I learned from Michael Hyatt, and I have a workday end day ritual, and then I have a night routine. And it has helped me actually get better sleep and cut off my insomnia. I sometimes still get it because I have a lot on my brain, but it really helps train your brain to like, okay, now workday is over, and now the night, and like, okay, I can shut down. I don't have to keep waking up in the middle of the night thinking about crazy stuff. So sitting down, even if you work around physically, but I know a lot of people are still probably working from home and not really in a shop or a physical workplace, is I set my phone to about 90 minutes. That's about a time where I'm like really in the zone doing a task. And then once that timer goes off, I stop what I'm doing and I take a 10 or 15-minute break. So what I can do is I'll try to get up and I'll walk around the house, or I'll go outside. Right now it's like 100 and something plus degrees outside. So I don't stay out there often, but that's another tip that'll be helpful. Just going outside and get some fresh air and getting some sun, even if you're not in the direct sun, just getting outside will really change the environment, change your brain from getting foggy. I find that when I come back, I have a clearer head and I'm able to focus and get a lot more work done. And so what this break has been doing, what I've been doing is trying to get my steps on inside, because it's too hot, even early morning, to go for a walk. I can't even walk my dog. So what I do is I walk around my house. It's a little weird, but I get my steps in. So maybe that's the time where I can check some personal emails if there's anything going on, or answer any personal texts that weren't an emergency, or play like a game on my phone to kind of like give my brain a rest. So that's what I try to do, is to try to get physical a little bit, just not sitting down on my break. I walk around. If I don't set a timer, I won't even remember to eat. Yeah, it can get that bad. Like literally, I was like, I have to look at the clock every once in a while. I was like, oh, it's about lunchtime. It's rare now that I work so hard that I like don't even think about food, because I love food so much. And so lunchtime is like, it's like an escape. So that's really my third tip. So it's a great segue. But yeah, setting a timer to give myself a break and move around. I know some people are still worried about, a lot of the stay-at-home orders are coming out so people can go out more. If you feel safe, try to switch it up one day out of the week and go to a coffee shop if you can. Be safe and do social distancing and work. Pre-COVID, that's what I used to do. Once a week, I would not work at home. I didn't have the means to have an office, and I really didn't need to have that expense, but go work at a coffee shop or go into a different area, because switching up your environment will definitely help with your productivity and saneness. Now, I know that's not applicable for a lot of people right now or feasible right now. So try to find another area in the house where that could be like your secondary work area, whether it's the kitchen, if you can, or the couch. I'm very big about just keeping your work area, strictly your work area, and keeping those boundaries, but sometimes switching it up. It's too hot for me here, but a lot of you have beautiful weather right now. Go outside. If you have like a side patio, work outside for a few hours and switch up the environment, and you'll be surprised how much you are actually more productive and more happy. So try doing that. When it's spring and fall here, that's what I tend to do. If I'm not going to go to a coffee shop, I get to work out in my backyard with beautiful 80-degree weather, and I'm able to get a lot of stuff done. So think about ways that Try not to work in your bedroom or in bed, but find a different area in the house that you can be productive or get physical every 90 minutes or every hour that really works for you. So my third tip is that really keeps me sane is keeping those boundaries when it comes to work. So I have my office. I stopped working everywhere, whichever where, like the kitchen, living room. And so it helped me really decipher in my brain that in my work area is my work area. And when I'm sitting on the couch watching TV, my brain's not going to be thinking about work because I didn't program my brain to think that that's a work area time too. And so for me at lunch, I don't have eating lunches. I don't. Even if I'm rushing to the next meeting, I try to go to the kitchen, take a quick snack for 15 minutes, and then I'll get to my meeting. So try to not have like work through lunches and don't eat your lunch at your desk. You'd be surprised how much that really helps with your brain because it gives you a break. So what I do is I actually give myself a lunch break, an hour, if I have the hour, and I go to the kitchen, I make myself lunch, and I sit out there. I don't do any work. I don't check any emails. I literally I'm either taking that time to rest and read, or focusing on making my lunch because I have the full hour. But I make my lunch hour strictly my lunch hour, and it's a great way to break up your day. And especially when you're working from home, it's really hard sometimes to be able just to focus on the computer when you have all these home distractions. I don't have kids, but I can imagine being at home with kids too now that it's summer. So you might have those distractions as well. But it's a great opportunity to be able just to focus on your family. And then you tell your family, okay, mom has to go back to work or dad has to go back to work. And you can set those boundaries and literally get back to work. These are tips I would have done when I worked in the workforce. But these are tips that are a great way for you to kind of stay sane, mentally sane as well. Next week, I'm going to share some supplements that I take and some meditation tricks that I use because I know meditation can be very, very hard for a lot of people. So today, every Wednesdays, I'm doing wellness. It's going to be a quick 10 to 15 minute live stream to share some tips that way. One, you can be more productive, promoting brain health because I'm studying a lot about neuroscience and I'm really excited about that. Yeah, Jessica, thank you. I figure since probably a lot of people are going through this that I can actually like reshare this information and it'll be a helpful reminder. So if you have any questions about more wellness ways or how to have healthy brains and bring up your energy or any of those questions, just shoot me here on the DMs or comment on this video and I will make sure to cover it for the next week. But I am most likely going to be moving my live streams to 9 a.m. I love when I meditate, but getting into the routine is harder for me. Looking forward to the next one. Yes. So what I love about Insight Timer is it tracks your habit, like how many days in a row, and it kind of keeps my competitive edge to make me actually want to do that. And once you establish that habit, even when your morning routine or a night routine, then it just becomes automatic just like for me. Oh, nice live. Good seeing you. Got to work. No worries, Brandy. Thank you. I actually have to hop off, everyone. I will be live streaming tomorrow at 9 a.m. here, Pacific Standard Time, and we're going to talk about how to run a business during COVID. I'm combining my coffee chats with my Ask Me Anything. So it's a great way to talk about a specific topic, but when you have questions, go ahead and pop in here every Thursday. I will see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Bye, guys.